right? Why would a guy not want a woman to go on girls' night out? Of course, a lot of people will.
Girls' night out. I want to know what you guys think about it. I'm going to share my opinion on this. This is going for some women, not all. Because I know some of you ladies are going to go fucking ape shit crazy and telling me, don't put all women in a box. We're not all like that. Okay, we get it, sweetie. You're an angel.
Yeah, that clip pretty much says it all. But let's continue. All right, so the girls are dancing around the bar.
Do you allow your girlfriend to have girls' nights out?
Previously, yes. Currently, no. I have very clear guidelines. Number one, I'm not a regular person, so I don't have a regular relationship. So if you're a regular person with your regular ass life and your regular relationship, you won't understand this, and I'm not expecting you to. But I'm a provider. What I mean by that is she doesn't work. She has no responsibilities besides day-to-day tasks.
Yeah, so what's interesting about this clip is that this guy goes into basically his ground rules with these chicks. And, you know, if you have to tell a girl something like this, like that you shouldn't be going to girls' nights out, and she's planning all these things, then, you know, you pretty much already lost. You got to look at the next chick. Yeah, so the dude goes up to the chicks and she says, "You're ruining our girls' night." And the reason she said that is because she's not attracted to him. But I assure you, you know, if it was somebody that she was attracted to, she would definitely participate in that conversation.
Well, with some people, but there's actually a scientific reason for it. Okay, if you're a girl and you like to go out to girls' nights every weekend, you go to the bar without your husband, maybe you're even flying out of state, you're going to Miami, Vegas, you're just out and about while you're married. Research actually shows that there's a logical reason for this, and it's because you're a hoe.
Yeah, it's funny that she says that because I've covered this gal before. She calls herself the TradCon wife or whatever. And, you know, nothing about her is traditionally conservative. Okay, so, you know, when you look at her profile, it's nothing but performative narcissism, her giving dating advice, very few pictures of her significant other. So, you know, her talking about other people being hoes is comical at best.
If she is the type of girl to go out partying all night and still manage to wake up for work early in the morning, my brother, wife her up right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly do that, but, you know, I'm not saying that people don't go through party phases in their life and things like that, but, you know, I don't know why you would even entertain the idea of wifing up, quote, what this guy says, any sort of girl that is constantly going out. You know, if she wants to go out, and typically when a girl is into you, she wants to be with you. Okay, she doesn't want to be with her girlfriends and everything else. You know, matter of fact, this recent girlfriend that I had, and she basically, you know, wanted to spend all her time around me. And most chicks that I've had in my life, that's been the situation. When they're with me, that's the essence of it. They want to spend the time with me, not with other people. So yeah, that's bad advice right there. Now, I'm not saying this dude doesn't get chicks. You know, obviously we know dudes with tattoos are more attractive statistically to women, but he might need to check his logic on that one a little bit, because I don't think that's a good idea at all.
See a lot of videos on TikTok of women going out, like mom's night out or wife's night out, and there are so many comments from men and women that are saying that this is inappropriate, that women should not be going out with the girls when they're married or when they're in a relationship. Do you agree with that? And some women have that mentality too, like that's not okay to go out for a night out,
like once in a while. I don't think it's a big deal to go out.
Right?
I mean, if you're going all the time, then
well, if you're going out all the time, but
yeah, but the thing is that like every girl that I've met, pretty much a lot of them, you know, when I've met them on their girls' night out, or even I've met girls in passing that were with their other girlfriends, they're talking down on their boyfriends. They're talking about what they hate about their husband, this and that. It's pretty disgusting. So, you know, again, if you don't want to be with this person at all times, then why are you with them in the first place? This is why they want these girls' nights out, is because they want to create other opportunities for themselves, okay, to go to the person that they really want to be with, which is not who they're currently with.
Girls' night out at the club.
Are you kidding me?
God, here we go.
Emma, you got the toxic flag going?
Let's swing it
Because
to Emma
I'm going
first.
to the most worst scenario.
Let me tell you this. When I go out with my girls and a guy tries to hit on me, I do this move. It's called the X.
Now, I
and they
will
come up to
expand
me-
on that because
well,
why,
I do the same thing.
why can't
Yeah.
girls' nights be movies in, wine nights in?
But why does it
why
only
it
have
can
to
be a
that?
dinner out and then some cocktails? Why does it have to be in a club where majority of your
It
friends may
doesn't.
be single?
Right. It doesn't.
Again, it's attention.
Trap. Check this out.
Yeah, she said it right there. So, she pretends like, oh, well, I'm not interested in this dude. And, you see this a lot, like they call it the fridge protecting the snacks, right? You might have a bunch of girls together and a dude goes up to talk to the pretty one and the fat one gets offended and says, oh, she doesn't like you, this and this and that. She's mad because she's not getting the attention. Okay. So, this girl can say whatever she wants about, oh, well, I'm not interested in you. But again, that's because that's not the dude that she's interested in. It doesn't mean that she's not interested in other men.
Why would I send my girl to the club? You can send a good girl to a club in Miami and she'll fuck up. She'll get drunk. I come through, start talking a little shit. Next thing you know, boom. And she won't tell me that she's got a boyfriend back home. Oh, single girls trip. It's that dickhead's fault that sent her or let her. And if she's truly in love with him, and she's like, hey, Sally wanted me to go on a girls trip. And he's like, you ain't going on a girls trip. Come with me.
Yeah. I mean, I remember this girl that I was with for a while. She had a girls' night out one time. And I'm not going to say it ended our relationship, but I quietly moved it to a different position in my mind in terms of I'm not going to take this girl seriously anymore. And it was very sketchy, what was going on that night. I remember, I guess, I don't know, there was some discrepancy in where she said she was or something like that. Now, was she out cheating? It doesn't really matter whether she was or not. The point is that there was all this deception going on in terms of where she was or this vagueness. And she was almost subconsciously delivering me false information so that it would somehow pacify me to not be concerned. Okay. And, I'm not going to pretend like I'm beyond that. I know that some girls, they act like that and you can't control that. That's the point. So when they exhibit these type of behaviors, this is the type of outcome that you get.
Women who go out every weekend are so unattractive. Women who dress in those like short shorts, the booty shorts, they go out every weekend. They're always getting blacked out, fucked up. They have one night stands once every month. You start looking at them so different and you're like, damn, I need to stay the fuck away from them because I'm not about to trade my energy with those type of women.
Yeah. So, I live in Austin, Texas, and it was recently Halloween. And what's funny is that when I was downtown, literally every single girl is wearing some sort of provocative costume, zero imagination or creativity into what they're wearing. And, you don't put a for sale sign on a house unless you're trying to sell it. So when people act this kind of way, they can say whatever they want, It's as it's always said, look at someone's actions, don't look at their words.
What do you do if your spouse stayed out all night and lied about where they were?
Problem. It's not as much about the stayed out late at night. It's about the lying after it. And sometimes it's being honest about things that the other person doesn't want to hear, but they need to hear. So once you tell me lie, not good.
Let me be very clear. You not cheat.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you get to that position, you've already lost. If she's not telling you, well, for starters, someone staying out all night, or saying, oh, I'm sleeping at Jenny's house, you might as well just end the relationship because, again, why are you staying out to these places? if they were drunk, for example, you could have gone to pick them up. They could have taken an Uber, but oh no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, because it's because you have something to hide.
Let me make very clear. I do not cheat. I am single as a Pringle. But the truth is, yeah, 100% women cheat. Girls' nights?
Girls' weekend, I would never let a girl I dated go on girls' weekend or we were breaking up.
If your girlfriend is coming to Florida for spring break.
I saw that TikTok.
Endgame.
Your girls.
Yeah, so there it is right there. Perfect example. You know, you heard it from the horse's mouth. Do you really need to say anything else?
So the world is so jacked up and different now. Talking about girls' night out, a woman, married woman, she goes out to celebrate one of her friends, her single friends' birthdays. So she goes out, she meets her friends, and they're dancing, they're having fun, all the things. And there are these men, these guys, watching them. They're just observing them the whole night. And she kind of like caught a glimpse, you know, like, these guys have been like staring at us, but nobody's coming over, so all good. I'm a married woman. I'm not here to get hit on. All good. Let's just keep dancing, having fun. Well, later on, the girls leave. They go grab food. Guys show up where they're grabbing food. Same thing. Just kind of lingering there. Oh, there's the guy that was with that other guy at the bar.
Yeah, so she goes into this long-winded story and says, oh, well, they tried to rob them or something like that. You know, but that is the extreme rare case of this. Okay, most of the clips are about women cheating on their significant other, you know, talking to other dudes, so on and so forth. So she's trying to position it like, oh, well, it could be dangerous if you go out, you know, by yourself, you might get robbed. You know, that's not what we're looking at here. What we're looking at is, you heard it from the horse's mouth, you know, there are certain things that, also known as red flags, that people do, and they will send you a signal subconsciously or overtly, basically, on what their intentions are. So if somebody wants to go out and without you and you're not invited, this is the kind of complication you're going to invite into your life. Now, you can certainly continue to pursue that, but I would definitely put it in a box and say that this person is not to be taken seriously, because, you know, they clearly don't respect, you know, me or anything of that nature. So anyway, I just want to comment on that. Drop your comments below, you know, like, subscribe, and watch my other videos. I'll see you in the next one.